Meantime, a former TV actress, is one of the many parents taking a stand on mask mandates in schools. Watch this.
I have 2 vaccine-injured children, and they have medical exemptions because after the seizures and the hospitalizations, after all of their immunizations, I was granted, obviously, a medical exemption. So my children are those rare children that will just not be able to get the vaccine. And still, I would never put them in a mask because their brain needs oxygen to grow, which the neurologist can confirm. Anyway, the real part of the clown show is that you all think that you actually have the authority to mandate this.
Joining us now to discuss, former Disney Channel star. She's a producer, actress, and mother, Leigh-Allyn Baker. Leigh-Allyn, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I could hear the passion in your voice and in the part of the speech that we played. I understand your kids are homeschooled, but talk to me about what led you to speak out to the Tennessee Board of Education against those mask mandates.
Well, we moved here in a hope of having a great public school because I believe in public schools, and they're crashing and burning in California along with everything else, of course. But I just realized when we got here that the clown show had just transferred from there to here, and nobody really knew what was going on. It's a bit of a tail wagging the dog type of situation. And I just wasn't willing to expose my children to that type of environment.
When it comes to those public and in some cases private schools as well, there is this debate about whether or not they want to mask up their kids as they head towards the fall semester. Doctors have warned about the more transmissible Delta variant of COVID that kids are catching. Are you worried about kids getting sick if they're not wearing masks?
I'd like to ask those doctors what test they use to test for the Delta variant. I mean, is it the same PCR test that they use to test for COVID, which has never been isolated? Is that the one? I would like to know, since a lot of kids are being hospitalized with RSV, which is a bacterial pneumonia in the lungs, I'd like to know why all of those are found on the masks after mothers did tests on those.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.